So the topic name is our ears. Ears. We use our ears to hear sound. What we do with our ears? We use to hear sounds. And what is sound? Sound is our senses. One sense. From five sense, it is the one sense. Sound travels from place where it is made. This tells us that sound travels with the air. If in the next room your brother or your friend is making some noise, you are sitting in another room, how are you going to hear that sound? Through waves. Through waves. You hear sound through waves. So this tells us sound travels from one place to another, from the place where it is made to another, and enters our ears. We hear sound when it goes into our ears. How can we hear sound? When it enters our ears, we hear the sounds. And we hear different kinds of sound: loud sounds, quiet sounds, and soft sounds. Types of sounds. Types of sound. There are two types of sounds: loud sounds and soft sounds. Loud sounds are dangerous to our ears. Loud sounds can be damaging to our ears. It can damage our ears. That's why when there is a loud sound, we should use muffin, or we should cover our ears, because loud sound can damage our ears, and after that we cannot hear the sound, or we cannot hear the sound properly, because the tissue inside our ears is very delicate. If it is damaged, we cannot hear properly, or sometimes we cannot hear anything. We are deaf because of loud sounds. Have you people seen that there are some people in the world, they cannot hear? So what they use a machine to hear sound, some of them, because it is costly, only some of the people can afford it. Others are just communicating with the sign language. We will discuss what are sign languages, because they cannot hear sounds, they cannot talk properly. So be careful when there is a loud sound. You should protect your ears by covering your ears with your hands, or you should use muffins. Muffins are to protect your ears. Soft sounds. Soft sounds can be soothing and relaxing for us. Means some of the sounds are good for our mind and soul, like music. Some of the people, they like to hear music, and after listening to the music, they feel refreshed. While some of the people, they hear Quran every time and they are relaxed after listening to the words of Allah. So there are different kinds of people and their choices are also different. But there are some sounds that are soothing and relaxing for us. Means when we are tired, or we are not feeling well, we have anxiety, we have depression, we can hear such sounds that are relaxing and soothing. Even when you go, some of the salons, they are putting some sounds. Why they are putting that sounds? They are soft sounds. They help us to relax and soothe, and we feel comfortable there. Why? Because the sound is relaxing. It is soft. It makes us refresh. Some examples of loud sounds. Okay, now let's discuss some example of loud sounds. Dog is barking. What is the sound of dog? And it is a loud sound. It is not relaxing sound. It is irritating sound. We do not like such sound. Okay, then a baby crying. Okay, when a baby cries louder and louder, it is an annoying noise. We don't like it. We want baby to keep quiet. That's why we give him whatever he needs, whether he needs a milk or anything else. Then we have thunder, the lightning sound. Before the rain, in the clouds, clouds become dark and they produce such kind of lightning and loud sound. That is also not relaxing sound. It is irritating and loud sound, hard for our ears to digest them. Then we have ambulance. When it is emergency, the ambulance makes such sound that is not soothing and relaxing. It is annoying sound. It is annoying and loud sound. People get worried because of this sound, because they know there is some emergency, there is some patient inside this ambulance that needs to be taken to the hospital immediately. Because if we are not going to take him immediately to the hospital, maybe he get more sick and sick. Understood, boys? Okay. Some examples of soft sound now. Okay. Here are some examples of soft sounds. Number one, a girl is listening to the music. It is soft sound. Raindrops. When it is rain is dropping slowly and slowly, it is soothing sound and it makes very relaxing sound. Okay, in the evening or in the morning, the birds are singing. If you wake up early in the morning after Fajr, the birds are singing and they are making very beautiful sound. And when you hear those sounds, you feel refreshed, you feel relaxed. And the sound of wind. When the wind is blowing, it is also a soothing sound. You can take a cup of coffee and sit in your, what to say that in Arabic, means you have to, you want, if you want, you can sit in the balcony and enjoy the sound of wind when there is too much hot. After that, when rain is coming, before the rain, there a heavy wind blows, and that sound is also relaxing and you feel relaxed and comfortable. So moral of the this subject is, this topic is that loud sounds are not good for us. They are dangerous to our ears. They are annoying sounds. When we hear such sound, we don't feel good. We don't feel good. And we have to protect our ears from such sound, because sometimes the loud sounds can be damaging to our ears. Okay. Whereas soft sounds are relaxing, refreshing. you feel comfortable, your this what we say, your mood is good, you feel good, you enjoy the weather when there is rain, when you are or you are you are listening to the songs, you feel refreshed. Even when you are doing some work, like you are solving some questions, and if you are listening to some music, you feel fresh and you complete your work on time. Okay, so these were examples of loud and soft sounds. Understood? Coming back to the book. Okay, what have you learned? We hear sound when it goes into our ears. How we hear sounds? When it enters our ears. So here are, hearing is one of our senses. What is hearing? It is one of our five senses. We hear sound with our ears. We hear sound with using our ears. What are these people doing? What do they have on their ears? The girl has earphones and she is enjoying the music, whereas a man has muffin headphones on his ears to block the loud sound, and he is working with the machine to make a hole in the wall or on the ground. So this is an example of soft sound, and this is an example of loud sound. Listen to a sound. Yumi is covering her ears. You stop some of the sound going into ears. Okay, when there are too much noise, you can't, you don't want to hear such noise. What you are going to do? You are going to cover your ears to protect your ears. Tamu is listening to a quiet sound. Okay, when you want to hear the sound, what you are going to do? Look, she is putting her hand behind her ears. Why she is doing this? She is making the sound enter her ears and to understand the meaning of that sound. So she is doing this.